Alright, I want to show you a really cool tool that's found on the Mac, native on the Mac operating system, any operating system. It's one that very few people I've found know how to use, and it's huge, especially if you work in media, photography, anything where you're dealing with large batches of files. So I'm a filmmaker and photographer, and I find that Automator is a great way to rename large batches of files based on whether it's the date that I shot them or the location, or say you shoot a wedding and you want to separate the names of the files into the day parts of the wedding, the reception, the ceremony, etc. In this particular instance, I'm just going to go ahead and rename a batch of files. So we start by opening Automator, which is in Applications. It's just in the General Applications folder. I believe, I don't think I moved it there. If you don't find it, you can look. It may be in Utilities, but for me, it's in the General Applications folder. So new document. I want to create a new workflow, and the first thing that you need to do is go up into this little dialog box and just type in rename. So I'm going to grab this rename finder items and I'm going to click and drag this here. Okay. The next thing that I need to do is actually tell it where to find the files, and then after that what I want to actually name the files. So I've got some files in this folder called Eve. For the purposes of this particular exercise, I'm going to grab all of these still photos, which were a part of a short time lapse. I'm going to grab these and drag these over and make sure that they're above the rename finder items because it's sequential. It has to get them before it can rename them. Okay, so these are all there. Now I want to rename the finder items. I don't need to add a date or time. I actually want to just, I want to make these sequential. And I'm going to make a new name, and I'm going to call these Sunrise Time Lapse. Boom. Start numbers at 1. So if you had multiple batches and you were adding things, you could potentially start the numbers at the second batch. So you're not always stuck at 1. So place the number after the name, separated by a dash. You can also have it just separated by a space. If you're doing stuff for the web, you can do underscore, etc. So anyway, this is super simple. All I have to do is hit run and then look over here. Boom! Sunrise time lapse 1 through 186. Perfect. And then we're done. So you can do that again and again. If you want to do it again, just select all of the files over here and delete, just with the delete key, and then you can go ahead and grab more and bring them back in and do a second round. So that is the Automator tool.